I'm back. So the video response for this week, I only have two questions that I have to answer, but I'm actually going to go more into depth about it because I feel like it's important. So, piece of news that made most impact on me this week. I wouldn't necessarily say it was news, but something like I become like I became well aware of and like know there's like it's actually happening. So I watched this show on Netflix called When They See Us about these five black boys that were convicted of a rape crime that they didn't commit. They end up going in and they're like, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, not getting out till their life is like over for them, like, 30s, 40s. They were in for a good like not even 30s, 40s, but they were in for a good 6 to 15 years, I think that's what it was, but I would say that's news just because even though it's a movie, it's something that still is going on today. It's still a part, like the Innocence program is actually out there. There really are people that are sitting in prison, sitting in jail right now for crimes they didn't commit, and nobody is out there to really help them. And in my opinion, just because it's not something isn't going on that everybody knows of, that's not on social media, that's not being broadcasted on the news, or that's not some way getting out there through the internet, through social media, with like most likely being popular as of now. It's not really the most populated news as of now, but it's still news, at least for me. And I feel like it's good news, like, well, not necessarily good news, but like news that makes me aware when something's actually happening. So basically, with that movie, it just shows me that like people are innocent. Like people really are. Like, I'm not saying, oh, everybody in prison is innocent or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, you can't always judge something unless you know the full story on both sides. And heck, both sides, one side could still be wrong, one side could still be wrong, one side could be right, other side, like, you still don't know because you were not there going through it, but still, like, that's still news to me. Just watching that movie, like, yeah, it's like I knew about the Innocence program. I knew people sat in prison for crimes, but watching that movie, it really became news to me, knowing that, like, this is really, like, what happened. This is how things go on with people now in this world. And it's, like, it's very sad and very, heartbreaking to me, just the fact that, like, people's lives have been wasted in getting back to society and trying to fit back in and get a job and start a family when you don't know anything. Like their whole lives are wasted. They didn't know about lean cuisines. They didn't know about chia pets. They didn't know about so much stuff because they didn't have time to actually grow up into it. They didn't know about anything. And then once they came out, all they remembered is from the day that everything happened, like how society was then. But it was a whole lot different from 1989 to 2005 or 2006. I mean, we all know how technology has grown in the past decade or so. So, I mean, I just feel like everybody should look into that because there are people that are innocent. Do I see any social media influence on helping others? Uh, in my opinion, social media is only negative because of people. Yes, I do see, good positive things on social media, but honestly, I I wouldn't say I see a lot of bad things, but I just wouldn't see a lot of things that could help people up throughout the day. Okay, but sometimes I'll see different posts on Facebook or something like that. Like, if you're going through any hard times this year, I hope to bless you with peace of mind. And, any hurt that you're going through, I bless you to let all that go. Okay, that's positive, that's good. I share stuff like that. And then there's always stuff going back to cops. Always racial profiling. That's all I see. That's all you really see nowadays with cops racial profiling. Not even just cops, just white men racial profiling black men, or black men racial profiling Mexican. Like, it's just always something. And I just feel like I see more negative stuff than positive. And it has nothing to do with what I'm following, because as we know, like, you don't have to be following something in order to see it. It's just there. But from people that I follow, I do see a lot of positive things. I'm not even gonna lie. But other than that, really, like, lately I've been seeing like just neutral stuff, not positive, not negative. But once something bad comes out, some bad news comes out, then it's gonna be negative, like it always is. And I feel like people share more negative than positive. But that's it. But I just want to say thank you for this video, and I hope you liked it. Bye.